Now we are making a weather app. For the ideas for making the weather app is I want to create an app for me to calculate or to see what's the temperature or what's the temperature in my current area, and also I want to see the forecast here in my area. So I have some different kinds of Dart file here, which is main.dart and also the weather forecast. First, we need to do is insert some packages, which we have the Cupertino icons and also the geolocator, and we have the font awesome Flutter and the weather icons, Flutter SVG, and the HTTP. So we have the permission, also the permission handler. And first thing we need to do is also input some assets. These assets is the background of my application. So we are going to main.dart. So we have input here the weather forecast and the weather icons. In this area of my codes, I put the Binalnan as my default CT. And I have here the API on which we use the weather API.com. Also, we have here some states. So location is equal location, name, current temperature. Also, we have the weather description, condition, and the 7-day forecast. We have also here the set if this thing is not called or unable to fetch, it will say error or unable to fetch data. So we have here some different case for our weather icons. So for the sunny, it will state that the icon will be day sunny. So partly cloudy or patchy rain nearby, it will state day cloudy. So next is the cloudy. Also, we have the rain, moderate rain, and heavy rain. We have the icons for rain. Thunderstorm, it will state this thunderstorm icon. And we have the snow and the fog also. So our default icon on which if it doesn't fetch the data, it will say NA. So we have our backgrounds here and we have here the case. So if it's sunny or clear, it will state that sunny JPEG will appear on our background. If the weather description is partly cloudy, it will state the partly cloudy JPEG on our background. So on, so forth. So we have also our title for the application weather forecast. Also, here is our image, get background image. So I will show you later on the functions. So we have here some padding or some columns for the current weather and the size box for the current weather. Also, we have the text here for the temperature and city name. Also, we have the divider for our icons, and also we have the 7-day forecast area. The 7-day forecast area, which will generate 7 cards for our day conditions, and day max temperature, and minimum for minimum temp and max temp. So we have the also the icons on which will concludes if the icons in our case scenario. So here we have the search dialog, which is show dialog. We have search city, enter city name, also the search button and the cancel button. So we have here another Dart file that contains our function here for fetching the data. So I have here our link for fetching the data. So API key stands for my API, and also we have the fetch if the fetching is gone wrong, so failed to load current weather or error fetching current weather. Also we have also the 7-day forecast here to fetch. So next we have await HTTP. So that's HTTP package we use for loading this HTTP link. So we have here this failed to load 7-day forecast. Also error fetching 7-day forecast. So let's run it to see our application. Just wait until it runs. Just let's wait for the application to build, and it is built already and we need to wait to prompt. So here is our application. So my current area is Binalnan, which is the default. I add the default city. So we have the 24.7 temperature and also it state that partly cloudy. So our 7-day forecast is the 29, which is today, and the other day is 30, which is Pachurin also. And we have the November 1, November 2, and so on and so forth. So if we search some different area like Ordaneta, Ordaneta, and we state that search, it will prompt and it will change the current background image on what the weather description it says. So if you say Cebu, here is the clear. So our background will have the sunny image. And for the ideas or feature that I want to add for the future references is I want to add some alert notification on which it will prompt the current weather for the users in their notification bar. And also I want to add a different icons here or nav bar for the making the current weather and also the 7-day forecast and the notifications. Also, I want to add some settings for control the light and dark theme mode. Thank you. And that's all. So we are going another one. So let's say Japan or Tokyo. 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 So in the Tokyo, so patchy light rain, I don't have some icons that. So for the default image background will be here. So we have this partly cloudy and that's it. So all we have Kyoto. So the Kyoto, Japan is clear. We have some moderate rains in the different areas and moderate rain, partly cloudy, and that's all. So our weather app is running, and that's all. Thank you.